Hart, when's the last time you saw a pope so disappointed?
Ooh, man, it's been a while. Probably like 2 years ago when they asked the Pope about the Chicago Bears, I think it was.
Yeah.
He was disgusted, but now he's extremely happy.
So there is optimism that a disappointed pope could turn things around. Just give it a couple years. For now, Mark Pope, distraught is the word. He used three different dis words. I'll use a different one. Distraught, disassociating. This guy, I'm worried about this man on a human level. After the Kentucky loss to Michigan State, Mark Pope watched the press conference. He's broken in a weird way. I mean, it's rare you'll ever see a head coach hurting this much after a November loss. I mean, this is just a loss to Michigan State. With all due respect, there's a whole season left here. Mark Pope said this, these are his words, quote, "We're disappointed and discouraged and completely discombobulated right now." That was his opening statement after losing to Michigan State. Reminder, this is 6 days after hosting a press conference in which he said there was an incident before the Louisville game that was out of character that we won't tell anyone about. The stories and the words are just getting more and more colorful as the losses continue to stockpile for Mark Pope in year two. Disappointed, discouraged, completely discombobulated right now. What does that quote mean to you?
Oh, it sounds of a man that's broken and has no answers. For a man who's in a position that he can't be broken and needs to find answers. This isn't the time to kind of pack it up and say that this team has all these issues on November 19th after you lost to Michigan State at MSG in the Champions Classic. Like I would expect this quote, like, I don't know, after you drop one at home to Incarnate Word or something like that. Not in this fashion. Now I get it. He's not saying anything that we didn't see in that basketball game. They got their ass whooped, right? That for sure happened in every part, every fashion of the game. But as the head basketball coach of Kentucky, as the leader, it's we are looking to you to fix that. And it looked like a man that is at a loss. And you can't be at a loss for answers. You got to figure it out. Which is it's concerning moving on. Like losing in the fashion you lost is concerning, but looking forward and projecting forward, I'm also very concerned about where this team is at.
I just am confused more than anything. Now, don't get me wrong, the team was disappointing. They were discombobulated. They should be discouraged. All these words isolated out, fine. You can feel that way. I don't think you can say you feel that way. I don't think you should come show face and let the world see that you're that frustrated or that confused this early. Like this locker room clearly needs someone to just genuinely look everyone in the eyes and be like, it's going to be okay. And I think Mark Pope tried to do that. There's another quote he had. I think we're going to do a different video on it today where he promises that they won't fail this season. But to me, we're seeing a real friction point for Mark Pope, the person in this role. This is unique and strange. This is a guy that clearly cares to the level that a crazed fan would, if not
Mhm.
more, right? He's not just a Kentucky player now. There's no one on earth that wants Kentucky to succeed more than Mark Pope, clearly. And he's an emotional guy. We know that. He's kind of a softy in general with the way he's wired. But I think it's clear at this point he can't really process and or accept even small game by game failures of his team. It hangs over him. There needs to be almost like an emotional answer to a loss when in reality there doesn't need to be. Mark Pope could have come on here and just said, "Hey, we played terrible. Keep it basketball related. That was a stinker. We're bad right now. I have all the faith in the world that the talent we have in that locker room, the skill is going to get fixed. But that was a bad showing. We couldn't make a shot. We couldn't guard. Basketball, 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 basketball related reasons. Instead, in their two losses, all we've heard are emotions. All we've heard are about how the locker room is out of character. All we've heard are about how these players aren't handling the highs and lows of what it means to be at Kentucky. All we're hearing in this game is, well, we're discombobulated, we're discouraged, we're that's not us, that's not the state. Like, keep it basketball for the love of God. There are 30 games left in this season. And I think the truth is, this is how he processes things. He is an
Mhm.
emotional human being. But I can tell you right now, this isn't going to work. If this is how he interprets poor performances from a Kentucky team that, let's be clear, is going to have more poor performances this year, this man is going to be broken. And on a human level, I feel for him, but it's also his fault. It's strange. You cannot work this position and be this emotional. It's not going to work. It's a bad fit for his own sanity and for Kentucky basketball's likelihood of winning in the future.
Yeah, and it's like you can't just approach it that way, especially because like look, for me outside looking in, right? I'm like this team they're a little soft, right? They're a little soft, they're not physically there. And then I hear the press conference, we're discombobulated. Like you are just opening yourself up to more, in my opinion. Because right now everyone's looking at this team like this team is broken mentally, physically, like emotionally they are broken. And it's November. So like what it's just I don't understand it. Look, I maybe feel a little bit different. Like I would have been fine if Mark Pope was while doing the basketball things, he also came to the press conference and was like, you know what? They also punked us physically, and that can't happen. But to just take it to that extra step, honestly, G, tell me if I'm wrong here. It sounds a lot like me sometimes. Like when I get on here after a Michigan State loss, dead ass, for real. Like I'm just like it is breaking me emotionally sometimes. Like,
Yeah,
go look at my AJ Hogard year recaps
yeah,
between the
you
ones that we won and the ones that we lost. It is like, woe is me, the sky's falling. The difference between him and me, though, is that he is the head coach of Kentucky, and I just have a Zoom login. So it's like, how do you got to act a certain way when you're in a certain position, and he's not doing that. And he's also feeding into the fact too here for all the people that are like, oh, Mark Pope doesn't have that stupid like phrase to use. He doesn't have the it to be the Kentucky coach. This
yeah.
would be this would be that it they're talking about.
Yeah, it just looks like the pressure of all this is crushing him. And look, if I were a player, I wouldn't really know how to interpret this. I clipped Otega Owe, who was sitting next to him as he gave this type of answer yesterday. And even as if you watch the full presser, like Pope's taking like 10-second pauses to collect his thoughts. Like he's truly just grasping for anything to latch onto here. And I think Owe, like if you watch him, he's always confused from his head coach. Like losses happen in college basketball, no shows happen. I'm not saying you have to tolerate it, but you can't come on and act this defeated. And it's not an act. That's the important part. This is not an act. This is how Mark Pope genuinely feels. And he is right now unable to like compartmentalize his feelings with the job he has to do. That's a problem. You want to go home and be sad and tuck yourself in bed and feel bad for yourself? Do it. You can't do that at the podium. You can't do that with Jeff Goodman sticking a mic in your face saying, Mark, I've never seen you this way. And Mark's just, yeah. It's like Eeyore, man. Like, at a certain point, put your big boy pants on and just talk about basketball. This is basketball. And again, it's a good thing that he cares this much. I'm not saying it's not, but it's not going to work if this is what happens to him after falling to 3-2 in November. And there, he showed no serious sign, no verbal signal to his players last night that he believes this is going to change.
Right. And to your point, you're the leader. They are looking to you. They are looking to you, and right now you are curling up in a 6'10" ball.
Right.
Fix it.
Right.
And if you do feel this way, to your point, do not show up and get the mic in your face and say, we are discombobulated. disassociated, broken, it's all over. When? No, it's not the way the world works for sure. It's definitely not the way the world works as a head basketball coach of Kentucky. Might I add, in November, in
Yeah.
November,
Yeah.
dog, you have 20, what, 25, 30 more games to play?
Yeah. Right. It's
Strap
strange.
up.
It's strange to say the least. I don't know in my 5 years of doing this with you, I can't recall a time where a coach has completely backflipped the perception of him, his approval rating, in a quicker span than Mark Pope has in the last week. Like truly, he went from they beat Purdue in that exhibition. They're like a top five team in the country, number nine, championships to standard, championships to standard, to everything he has said is as much of a problem as the results on the floor. Like, oh, to be honest with you, I don't know why we're not further ahead. I'm really upset with myself for it. Kentucky fans are just like, what? Yeah, at some point I'll tell you the story of the out of character way we're handling ourselves, but not right now. Kentucky fans are just like, what? And then you get punked in this game, and again, he hasn't said one thing for the Kentucky fans to be like, this is a guy I trust in 2 weeks.
Mhm.
He's spiraling at this point. And seriously, from a basketball perspective, I find it so intriguing because I don't know that I've ever watched anything like this. But from a human level, seriously, I am worried about the guy. Like I am, and I don't mean to like project things, but like seriously, like I hope there's like steps being taken to help him with mental stuff right now because he's a great person. He's good enough to do this job. Like he is. He is. Say whatever you want about him. He can do this. But like the fact that we even need to say that out loud to like reinforce him right now is just crazy. Like he needs some self-belief, he needs some confidence, and if he doesn't have that, he needs some help. He needs some help to get through this right now. I'm worried about him.
It's just you can't pull like you know what I'm saying? Like, stop licking your wounds. Stop the woe is me stuff. Like, let's go figure this out. Because right now, the worst part about this is the one thought that comes to my head is I'm like, well, I see why this team plays the way they do. Look how their coach carries himself.
Yeah,
This plays like a team that feels sorry for themselves and are very compensated for feeling sorry for themselves, by the way.
right.
So, it's fix it, bro. You'll be all right. Come on, man. Like I get it. Like you'll be all right. Come on now.
The fact that we have to give Mark Pope a pep talk is
Like, come on. I just beat that ass and I feel bad. Like, come on, man. Fight
right.
back.